Hi, boys and girls. So I'm going to go ahead and read the last chapter, which is chapter 8. I've really enjoyed this this particular series, the African Safari Discovery. It's a really good one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. Then we'll decide, I guess, you guys will let me know if you want me to keep reading Flat Stanley. A souvenir. At the airport in America, Harriet Lambchop shrieked with excitement when Stanley, Arthur, and their father came through the door at arrivals. She ran up and threw her arms around Stanley. "How I missed you," she cried. She squeezed Stanley's edges. "You've lost weight." How's my little explorer?" She ruffled Arthur's hair. "We saw an elephant," said Arthur. Then she spun and gazed into Mr. Lambchop's eyes. They kissed deeply. "Ew," said Arthur. "We're in public." Harriet said, "Wait until you see what I got for you." She pulled 2 large, oddly shaped pillows out of the shopping bags. She handed one to Arthur and one to Stanley. The pillows looked like curved raindrops. "What is it?" said Arthur. "I won them in the silent auction at the Grammar Society fundraiser." "That," she said, pointed to Arthur's, "is a crochet comma, and yours, Stanley, is a single quotation mark." "What's the difference?" asked Arthur. Mr. Lambchop blinked. "Proper usage, of course." Back at home, Stanley stood in front of his enormous bulletin board. It was dotted with souvenirs from his travels. A postcard from Calamity Jasper and a newspaper clipping from Canada and photographs of Mexico and Japan. In his hand, he had held the newspaper article that the Lambchops had carried with them on their African adventure. Flat skull discovered in Africa. It was crumbled and torn in several places, stained by water and mud, but it was still in one piece. Stanley pinned it carefully to the bulletin board. Arthur's hand appeared beside Stanley's. Arthur fiddled with a pushpin just above the newspaper article. Then he hung something on it. It was the flat skull of Rufiji. Stanley gasped. "How did you? Where did you?" "It was laying on the ground outside Dr. Fellow's tent after you ran off." Arthur grinned. "I figured you might want it. You know, to remind you who you really are." Stanley's stomach fluttered as the skull swung gently on its pushpin. Then he noticed that Arthur had the comma pillows strapped on his back like a mane, and the quotation mark pillow curved up over his head. He'd pinned spots of dark fabric all over. Arthur was a giraffe. He swept a blanket off his bed and held it out to Stanley. "Want to go on a safari in the laundry room?" Absolutely, said Stanley, and together the Lambchop boys headed off on another adventure. Oh, that was cute. Look at what he did to the pillows. So one was a comma and the other was a quotation mark, right? Okay. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. There's some information here. Oh, cool. It gives you like some facts over here. It says what you need to know to go on your own safari. 4 of the 5 fastest land animals on Earth live in Africa. Cheetahs, wildebeest, lions, and Thompson gazelle. What else? Africa is the 2nd largest of the Earth's continent. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got some facts that you guys can read too. All right. So I want to know if we are going to move on with Flat Stanley, or if you guys need me to choose another book to read to you. Let me know what you guys think, but we've already, I think this is the 3rd one this is the 3rd Flat Stanley book we've been reading together, and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too, and let me know what you think. We'll have a discussion about it on Friday. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you soon.